In this video, we'll be taking a look at one college football game happening on September 1st, 2025, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game. So 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one college football game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. TCU versus North Carolina. Week 1 of the college football season wraps up with an intriguing matchup in North Carolina, where the TCU Horned Frogs hit the road to face the North Carolina Tar Heels on Monday night. This game brings together two programs heading in different directions after contrasting 2024 seasons. The Horned Frogs put together a solid 2024 campaign, finishing with a 9-4 overall record while going 6-3 in conference action. They capped off their season in impressive fashion, dominating Louisiana 34-3 in the New Mexico Bowl. Meanwhile, North Carolina struggled through a disappointing year, ending up 6-7 overall with just a 3-5 conference record. The Tar Heels closed out their season on a sour note, falling 27-14 to Connecticut in the Fenway Bowl. When these two programs have met in the past, Carolina has held the upper hand completely, winning all 3 previous encounters. Their most recent clash came way back on October 4, 1997, when the Tar Heels rolled to a convincing 31-10 road victory. TCU enters this matchup with continuity at the helm as they begin their 4th season under head coach Sonny Dykes. His tenure has already produced some impressive results, including that recent New Mexico Bowl victory and a memorable run to the 2022 CFP National Championship game. On the other side, North Carolina finds itself in completely uncharted territory with new head coach Bill Belichick taking over the program. While Belichick brings an incredible 50-year resume from the NFL ranks, he's stepping into the college coaching world for the very first time. Sonny Dykes had plenty to smile about during TCU's 2024 run, as his squad posted that strong 9-4 record and finished with momentum after their bowl game victory. The Horned Frogs now prepare to compete in the challenging Big 12 landscape, though they didn't make huge splashes in the transfer portal when it came to bringing in new talent. The good news is they're bringing back their starting quarterback from last season, which means they have an experienced leader directing the offense. Still, TCU faces some real challenges this year, particularly with only 2 returning starters on the offensive line and a completely revamped receiving core. The big question becomes whether their signal caller can develop chemistry with all these new targets. Last season saw the Horned Frogs finish 9-4 overall with a 6-3 conference mark, landing them in a tie for 5th place in the Big 12 standings alongside Baylor and Texas Tech. Their season started somewhat shakily at 5-4 through 9 games, but they caught fire down the stretch, reeling off 4 consecutive victories to close out the regular season. TCU picked up wins against Stanford, LIU, Kansas, Utah, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Arizona, and Cincinnati, while dropping games to UCF, SMU, Houston, and Baylor. That New Mexico Bowl triumph over Louisiana provided a perfect ending to their campaign. Offensively, the Horned Frogs averaged 33.5 points per game, ranking 25th nationally, though their defense allowed 25 points per contest, which placed them 63rd in the country. This season, TCU boasts one of the more talented quarterbacks in college football, with Josh Hoover leading the way, and they return a couple of their offensive line starters from last year. The backfield and receiving room will feature mostly newcomers from the transfer portal, but Hoover's experience and ability should help make everything click. Defensively, the Horned Frogs are looking to take a step forward from last season's performance, and they have enough experience and talent in the secondary to make some noise. North Carolina closed the book on the Mack Brown era when athletic director Bubba Cunningham made the decision to part ways with him late in the season. The Tar Heels turned to offensive coordinator Freddie Kitchens for their bowl game, but still came up short, finishing with their first losing record since 2021. The program decided to make a splash in their coaching search, bringing in the legendary Bill Belichick Belichick, who captured 6 Super Bowl titles as a head coach in New England and added 2 more as an assistant with the Giants. His immediate challenge involves rebuilding a roster that returns just 6 starters from last year's squad. The Tar Heels endured a frustrating 6-7 season with a 3-5 conference record, leaving them tied for 10th in the Atlantic Coast Conference standings with Pittsburgh, North Carolina State, and Virginia. North Carolina managed to put together 2 separate 3-game winning streaks during 2024, but couldn't find consistency in the other portions of their schedule. North Carolina secured victories against Minnesota, Charlotte, NC Central, Virginia, Florida State, and Wake Forest, while suffering defeats to James Madison, Duke, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, Boston College, and NC State. Their bowl appearance ended in disappointment with that 27-14 loss to Connecticut in the Fenway Bowl. The Tar Heels averaged 31 points per game, ranking 45th nationally, but their defense struggled significantly, allowing 28 points per contest and ranking 89th in the country. This season brings uncertainty at the quarterback position, with Gio Lopez expected to get the starting nod. But there's very little returning production in the passing game around him. The Tar Heels should field a respectable offensive line, though replacing their key running back will present another challenge. Defensively, North Carolina desperately needs more consistency, and having the Belichick name attached to the program should certainly help in that regard. North Carolina does return a solid portion of their secondary, but both the linebacker core and defensive line are being rebuilt with several transfer portal additions. This defense will need time to master the new scheme, but the foundation should be solid enough to compete. North Carolina enters this season carrying significant expectations, with Belichick now running the show, creating plenty of buzz and momentum around the program. Both teams feature numerous new faces on offense, but TCU clearly holds a major advantage at the quarterback position with their returning starter. While the North Carolina defense should show improvement under new leadership, they'll face a real test against Hoover and the TCU passing attack. On the flip side, there are legitimate questions about how much Carolina can rely on Gio Lopez in his first major opportunity. All the hype and attention naturally focuses on the home team and their legendary new coach, but the reality is that this program is in complete rebuilding mode. 70 players from last year's roster have moved on, leaving countless new faces trying to mesh together and develop chemistry on the fly. TCU, while making some adjustments of their own, still has the luxury of Hoover running their offensive attack, which gives them a significant edge in this matchup. The Horned Frogs showed real explosiveness through the air last season, and North Carolina's defense had plenty of struggles throughout 2024. The Tar Heels are also working with just 2 returning defensive starters. TCU built serious momentum late in 2024, winning their final 3 conference games before demolishing Louisiana 34-3 in the New Mexico Bowl. They represent a tough opening test for Belichick's Tar Heels, especially considering how little continuity Carolina carries over from the 2024 season and how little insight the outside world has into their potential this year. North Carolina finished last season at 6-7 overall, so backing them to beat TCU by more than a field goal at home would require tremendous faith in their offseason progress. As our first pick for this matchup, the TCU Horned Frogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The team total underhit in 3 of the final 4 games during the Horned Frogs' 2024 season. North Carolina's results from last year won't provide much insight for projecting scoring totals, and Belichick brings no college football coaching history to analyze. However, the new head coach built his NFL reputation as a defensive genius, and if there's one area where he might make an immediate impact, it's implementing a defensive system that can slow down an offense with an established identity and multiple years of game film to study. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.